Hi class. This week the I found the material this week is very hardcore, very hard to talk about, especially when it comes to about the homosexuality and pornography and premarital sex and same-sex marriage, transgender stuff like that. It's very awkward to talk about, but the fact is, it's happening a lot in our culture today, and these people feel happy with themselves being gay, and so I found a friend of mine. She's very beautiful, and were married before, had two beautiful children, and she came out of the closet. And luckily, she's agreed to conduct an interview with me. So I'm very thankful for that. And the second interview is about my one of my another friend. She just got married, so I thought that I invite her to talk about it a little bit. And then the last interview is I'm having a little fun with my two boys, and we just kind of goofing around. And I thought I just feel funny, and I thought I just like to share with you. So there we go. Enjoy and thank you. Okay, good. Yeah, we are. Okay. Hi, Tina. My beautiful friend. I know Tina for more than 10 years, and she's a wonderful person, human being. Thank you for agreeing to conduct the interview with me today. Tina, I have two beautiful children, but after her straight marriage, she came out the closet and met a woman, and she's very happy. So now, can you tell me, Tina, can you tell me, when do you know that you are gay, or lesbian is the word, I hate to say it, but
you always kind of know when you're younger, due to religion and family preferences. It did delay me coming out and being who I wanted to be because of judgment and society, and how harsh and cruel people can be. So you kind of just follow the Joneses and do what's expected of you, and marry a man, have children, until you're ready to come out and you feel comfortable enough to deal with the ridicule and the nasty comments and the misjudgment of it all.
So, our Catholic religion is, we love everybody. We're not supposed to judge anybody. Nobody can judge anybody except God. So, are you happy? Were you happy with your husband when you were married?
And I was happy with the life I had, but it felt like something was missing. It felt like I was not whole. I felt like I was fighting against myself to be truly happy. I always had bi tendencies, and then after some events, I had no sex drive with my husband, and went with a girl, and it all came back. So then I realized that it wasn't just the events, but it was who I was.
Wow. Yeah. So what is the meaning? What does homosexual mean to you? I mean, what do you think of that word? I really don't like
labels. It's just like saying
it's really what inside.
Yeah, everyone has to label something to make themselves feel better, because everybody seems to need an answer or a label for something to justify something. It doesn't have to be that way.
Do you feel mistreated or unaccepted when you come out?
No. I
you
did
feel
have some,
happier.
Yeah, I did have some friends that were concerned for me, because I was just a little naive to how cruel people can be, but I never dealt with the cruelty. Like, I never had anybody say anything to me. this guys just don't believe it though. They think that it's like, because a lot of girls will say that they're gay just to get guys to go away, and they would say, "Oh, you're just messing around" or whatever. But I've never been mistreated, or no one's ever said or did anything to me.
Do you miss your straight life at all?
No, I really don't.
So
I miss
if
the
you
person, but I don't miss the life. It's because when you spend so much time with someone, it's natural to care about them.
how do you feel about the same-sex marriage?
Oh, I think it's great. I think everyone should be treated equally.
But then you don't feel sinful in the eye of God at all?
Nope, like you said, He loves everybody,
Okay.
and He created me. So why would He judge me, or why should I feel like I'm sinning?
Yeah, because you know you Christian too, right? So
I was raised Catholic.
you know you raised Catholic. Wow. So do you know the Ten Commandments pretty well?
We didn't practice. We
You don't
weren't practicing Catholic.
Oh, you weren't practicing Catholic.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was there, but it was used more as a, I would say like a guideline, or it was more of threats, like to put the fear of God in us when we were younger. It wasn't really something we didn't go to church every Sunday. We didn't go to Christmas Mass, or, we didn't do any of that stuff. It was just more for...
You think the Ten Commandments is a threat?
No, not the Ten Commandments, just God itself. Like, when we would do something wrong, like my mom or my aunt or my dad would be like, "You don't do that. God's watching you. You're gonna go to hell." Like, so it was always like, you always like, "Oh, someone's watching me. What?" So it was kind of like but then as you get older, you realize that was just a scare tactic. It was just their way of trying to punish you.
Yeah. Wow. That's pretty.
It's like using the police against children when they do something. So
Well, I believe parents should not scare their children like that. It's not right.
He's supposed to be superior for a reason, because He saved us. He died for us.
Yes, God is love.
When you use it in a negative form, it creates negativity in a child's brain because it's learned behavior.
I think it's really come down to the family, that the parent had to be a role model. They're supposed to be a role model for their children, not to scare your children like that, and teaching them in the moral sense, teaching them, them to know what God is love. It's not, not an evil God.
Right. People forget that though.
So So how do you feel about, you have two beautiful young children, young girl. How do you feel about the pre-marital in our modern day nowadays? Like living together or having sex before marriage?
Our society has changed so much that I mean, yeah, we can sit here and tell our kids that we want them to wait to get married, blah, 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 but it's not going to happen. I don't have any negative feelings either way. Okay. I'm very open with my daughter. She's 16. I tell her, if you're going to do it, please have a conversation with me first so we can take proper precautions.
Yes.
And, we have a very open relationship. She promised me she would. So I don't, as long as it's responsibly done, then I don't feel that there's anything wrong with it, because
we've all done it. I'm sure you're a good parent, so I'm sure that you will guide your girls in the right way.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And how do you feel about pornography?
In what sense? Do I feel it's derogatory? Do I feel it's offensive? Do I feel like, what do you mean? In what sense?
Well, it's a tough subject to tackle, but
are we talking about like the people that do it? How do I feel about them, or?
In general, how about human trafficking?
Oh, that's just hateful. That's the worst. Like, that's one of my worst fears, is like when I think of children or people going missing or kidnapping. That's just a horrible thing you can do to a human being. It just makes you become more of an animal at that point, and somebody has no respect for your self-worth or your value in this world, and that's just horrible. That just really breaks my heart. That's a subject that I do not like. It tears me apart.
Thank you, Tina. You gave me a lot of valuable points. It's our theme this week. We have a lot of very deep theme, deep points to talk about, and you provide me a lot of information that how human, men, we're supposed to like love each other and teach our children, guide them in the right path and the right direction. And thank you for the interview.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Hi, Melissa. Melissa is another friend of mine. She just got married and still on the honeymoon stage. So thank you for helping me out with this interview.
Of course.
So tell me, how's marriage life?
It is great.
It's great. So far, so good?
So far, so good.
All right. And that baby coming right along, right?
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon. So, what religion are you?
I am a little bit of a mutt, a mix. My dad was Jewish. My mom grew up Catholic. So we, studied both.
Very
and,
interesting.
now I go to a non-denominational church.
Oh, wow. So, I don't think you have met, you didn't get married in church, right?
No.
It was outside, right? I know it's
Outside,
a beautiful
yeah.
wedding. Yeah, it's outside. So, is there a priest there?
No. So we actually had
Just exchange the vow?
our best friend's dad.
That's wonderful. Yeah, that's wonderful. So, my question today is, what do you think about the premarital, like people living together, or in our Catholic church, we try to stay chastity as much as possible. I mean, it's a good, we teach our children to do
Right.
that. To stay chastity until you get married, but in our modern world nowadays, they don't do that. Teenager or adult, they both do the same thing. What do you think about the people who live together before?
I did. My husband and I did. We dated for a year beforehand. Lived together for 2, and then got married at 3 years together.
So it's very common
It is
nowadays.
very common now. I think it depends on the person and the couple, and I think your religion, plays a factor in it. But we were comfortable with each other, and we dated for a year to get to know each other, and knew that this was going to be a long-term thing, and we'd move towards marriage. So we did live together beforehand.
Okay. So you're not Catholic. How do you define moral, the moral code, based on the ethic?
I think that everyone is different. They view it differently. I was raised a certain way,
Okay.
and I still follow, to an extent. Yes, we lived together. Yes, but I think it just depends on the person and the couple and where you are in life as well.
Right. Okay.
I wasn't 22, 23 living with my husband. I was 29, 30.
Yeah. That's fine. And what do you think about same-sex marriage?
Personally, I believe that love is love. I am religious, but I do feel that things have evolved. In our modern world, I do believe that love is love, and why would we stop somebody from being able to be with their partner?
Okay. Now, what about transgender?
Again, I feel like if this is how you feel, like who are we to stop you from deciding that you want to be a woman if you were a man, or vice versa? I think that's a personal decision, and
I think that's just so weird. I wouldn't know what to do.
it wouldn't be for me.
I know it's very
But
hard.
I
It's
think-
very hard subject because we are not in their shoe, right?
Yes, exactly.
So,
We're not in their shoes. I don't think we can.
but it's just so weird that you know how people can become like that. Just so weird. Yeah. And nowadays I heard about a lot of human trafficking. It's pretty terrible nowadays, you know.
Horrible.
And
It's all over too.
yeah, and people don't realize it. It's on the rise. You know how especially teenager, have you know that a lot even around us. You know in Northern Virginia. So what do you think of that?
I think it is a very scary thing. I think it's our jobs as adults to make sure that our children are in situations where they are safe. You know, it's a very, very sad thing to think that it's going around and it happens in our community. And I think we should try to do what we can to stop it and just make sure that our own kids and our kids in our community are safe and in an environment where they should not have to think about that.
Thank you so much, Melissa.
welcome.
So I know you have to go, so I don't want to hold you so much, so long. So thank you so much for helping me out
course.
with answering all these questions. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, love. Thank you. Okay. Bye bye. On TV, I mean on video.
Why are you laughing?
Why? Because you guys so silly. What's up with that outfit, man? It's like,
You gave it to us.
oh my God, it's too funny looking. Well, I know it's comfortable, but anyway. So, I suppose you have some question this week in my class. I have a great question for my confirmation class, but since it's snow outside, it's snowy, so we can, you know, we don't have CCD. So maybe I thought I'd just ask you some couple questions. You should know this in CCD class, okay? So now, the first question I want to ask you is, what does sin mean to you? What is sin?
Doing something bad,
That's not good for you.
Anything else?
breaking the 10 Commandments.
Yeah, I believe so. Anything else? You guys look too funny. So, what about the original sin? What is it?
The sin from Adam and Eve.
The first sin.
Mm-hmm. And how you remove that?
Confession.
No, confession is remove your sin, but I mean, how you remove the original sin? Daddy, that is so wrong. Oh my God, I need to send you guys back to the Bible class.
should read it.
Baptism.
Whoa.
That's what I meant. Isn't that the
No,
sin we
confession
were
is
born?
different.
No, but I asked you that before. I was like, isn't that the sin that we were born with? And then you're
Original
like,
sin,
no.
yeah, but how you remove from original sin? But when you remove from original sin, that doesn't mean you still don't commit sin anymore,
Next.
right? Yeah.
Next.
So,
Probably edit that out.
We didn't pass that
what
question.
is mass mean to you? What is mass?
You visit.
Really, you go mass every week and you can't answer that?
You should probably edit that out too.
I think mass is like mostly visiting Jesus
God.
or
Well, I
God's
mean-
house.
Thank you very much.
God's house that we supposed to go every
Week.
every Saturday,
Or Sunday.
Thank you.
any other days.
A weekday if you can, right? The more you go to mass, the more you
You'd
earn.
be close
Yeah,
to
we're
God.
answering.
Yeah. Okay. Just you know. Hey. So.
Next.
Kevin,
No, I'm not done
you-
with that. Stop
Oh,
it.
my bad.
Yeah. So if mass is mass really meaningful to you, I don't know about you, but it's really meaningful to me.
It's
And
meaning to all of us in the family. We're both altar serving, so we got no point.
Can you stop
you
talking?
sound great. Yes. Well, it sounds good to me, right? Hey, where you going?
Stop, wait,
Where you
just
going?
Put the camera back.
What? Hey, you just... Oh, Kevin, come on, man. Kevin, I should record that and send it to my class. Oh my gosh.
I think you need to edit that out too.
Uh-huh. And so what is being a disciple?
Speaking out
People that are speaking out God's words to every other people.
Yeah, just spread a good
Other
news,
people.
right? Spread God's word. Yeah.
Gentiles
Like you and other classmates.
and other people
Mm-hmm. What am I doing?
teaching
Teaching and
Teaching what?
about God.
Thank you.
Next.
You guys are so silly. Hi. So I guess in conclusion that I feel like wow, my friend that she gave us a lot of my first interview. She gave us a lot of information that are very valuable. That I know this girl that she been through a lot in her life, from marriage to a straight, to a straight guy, and then come out closet and become a lesbian, and she just going through a lot. And the other one is happy. So I just think that they give us provide a lot of valuable information that we learn. I guess we learn not to judge anybody, and like I say, our Catholic religion is a love. It's all about love. We should not judge anybody, and based on their life, because we're not in their shoe and we don't know what happened, why they turn out to be that way. And so I guess we learn to love and respect one another, which make me think of the greater commandment that Jesus left us with, the greatest commandment, that you love one another. And I learned a lot this week, and I wish everybody well and stay happy. Thank you.